evening and a warm welcome to all you wonderful people out there. Today is indeed a very special day. Ask me why? Well, you know what the date today is? 10-10-2020. Isn't that amazing? And today, in fact, I put up a post on my Facebook saying 10-10-2020. Yes, it's today's date. Isn't it interesting? Indeed, it is. So, on my talk show, I welcome all you wonderful people. I'm Dr. Suhani Mendonça, and I welcome you on Tete at Suvees Power Meet in collaboration with Buiness Goa, the only business magazine of Goa. And today we have an amazing, awesome, fantastic guest with us. Uh, I have to tell you, I'm so honored to have him because a person who started an agriculture college, a farm college, as they call it. And he's somebody who started it absolutely with his own money, which is ancestral property, and it is Goa's first farm college. So I completely salute him. So let's welcome the one and only Manguirish Pai Raiker. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Namaskar, namaskar. A very
Namaskar,
good evening to
namaskar.
you and your followers, those who are
Thank
tuned
you.
to your show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Uh, so I'd like to go ahead and introduce sir formally to all you wonderful people. Uh, he has donned so many hats that the list will be, it will be going on and on. But as we come down to it, he's the chairman and managing director of Brown Packaging Systems Private Limited, chairman of RCPR, that's the College of Agriculture at Savoi Verem in Goa. Uh, he is an entrepreneur, faculty in management. He mentors several budding entrepreneurs. He's an academician, a philanthropist, an author. He's been a column writer, and he's even been a director and actor on stage and screen. And of course, a wonderful social worker associated with several organizations, and like the disabled children, the old age care home, the palliative care center, and entrepreneurs development and training center. So, Sir has been the ex-chairman, the National Council for MSME Assocham, and he's been a member on several other boards, which the list is also never ending. And he's been on several other professional activities too. So we shall get to know more about all of him during our conversation. So, sir, if do we have the permission to start a conversation at tete-a-tete?
Please, I would be honored. I would be honored to
Yeah.
get fired from you.
Thank you. It's going to be a fun talk show. So really want to know, sir, from you, how did it all start from you, for you, right from your, when you were a young boy, your teenagers to your college years to your how did the entrepreneurship start with you? Was and if I believe so that you're a first generation entrepreneur. When we had a conversation, you told me about it.
Yeah.
So how did this all start for you? Where was the beginning? And what a wonderful journey you have had. We all want to know about it.
In fact, right from my childhood, I always wanted to be on my own and also always wanted to lead my way.
Right,
That somehow came to me automatically. I wouldn't know exactly how, but then it just came. Like for example, right from the school days, or you can say college days, I was always on the forefront. I used to lead, and more often I used to find the solutions for
right,
any
right,
problems that came our way and all. See, my style is, I always believed in one thing, that I'm here on a borrowed time. I'm not here to make, fights or bickering and waste the time in unnecessary events,
Right,
Do
right,
something constructive, do something which is progressive, and do
right,
something which will yield the results,
right,
and
right.
right from those days, we used to help the other people who were, low. And I always stood for the person who was lower down the rungs. The reason is,
Right.
there will be everybody running after the top end people, but the guy who's in the lower end would remain, just
Yeah.
isolated. And I used to make befriend him. I don't know how it came to me, but I was always with those the rest, you can say. And we used
Right,
to make things happen, and they used to get also charged up, and they did
right.
everything and anything for me. That was the best part, So
Wow.
incidentally, I would like to give you an example.
Mhm.
During the penultimate year in my college,
Right.
where I did my graduation, suddenly we found, that there were people who had backed out because they felt, that if these people are there on the forefront, let them handle the social event. That is the
Mhm.
cultural day, which we have.
Right, right, right,
Believe me, in 8 days, all
right,
my friends and
right,
all of us together, we put
right,
up such a splendid show. We had
right.
almost about 12 or 13 items which we prepared, including small dramas, dance, songs, and we had the day going. And then the staff were overwhelmed. They said, "Oh, great, you could do this."
Right,
I said, "Yes, where there is a wheel, there is a way." This is the way we really worked up, And
right.
then, of course, I did my management in Mumbai and Jamnalal. And after doing that, I got opportunity because there were campus placements. Of
Right.
course, at that stage, I did not have money in my pocket because we are not, we are of course, middle class, but lower middle class, you would say. And we had sufficient to eat. We were, uh, well enough, but not to spend money where we could throw up money for business, and even if it is gone, it's gone. No, nothing like that. So, and
Correct.
the stage, yeah, the stage was, it was not as such that today the banks are after your blood to take the money, or there are
Right,
so many schemes available today. It was
right,
not that easy for anybody to start in business. But then I had made up my mind, and I thought that let me join some good company where I could, study. And
hmm.
basically, those were the days when logistics was a new subject. Otherwise, it was purchase sale. That was
Right, right,
so logistics means, it can encompassing everything, right from
right,
your procurements, your maintenance, your just in, just out, your Toyota way. Then there are so many things. So I did join a multinational where it came to me. In fact, there were three offers which I had received in the campus at
right,
that stage.
right.
I was lucky enough to get a choice, so I went to one where I could get in logistics. I did work
Okay.
for about 2 years, 2.5 years.
Mhm.
Thankfully, I did save money also, a lot of it, because we were we learned to live very modestly,
Right,
no splurging, and somehow we could save a lot of it. And
right,
whatever that saved, was good enough for being. And I got a good friend of mine
right.
who joined me, and he said, together let's do something. And we did a business plan. We did go ahead, and in fact, then we gave up the job. He also had passed out of his IIT and was doing a job to learn the processes. So we
Right,
came
right,
down to Goa. Yeah,
right.
that was our birthplace. So we went. We could get. There also, I'll tell you, I'll take a minute or two. Those were days also when, this guy has come for, okay, tell him that we will see. So,
Right.
he made me run around and all that thing. And then finally I lost my cool, because I was also a little bit of these two stories, go very long way in, building up my will within me. So
Right.
first thing was, I directly went and entered the CM's office
Oh, okay.
with a letter saying that I have given up my job in Mumbai and I have come back here to the roots and I want to start a business manufacturing so and so. I have got a business plan ready and I'm looking out for a shade which is there, and your people are just making me run around, and all that thing I had blah 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 I had written there, and
Right.
so me and my friend said we are starting and all that. So that time, and I will never forget the goodness of that chief minister. He was just coming out, and he saw me. That young boy, why is he standing there? No, I had gone to his
Right.
house actually. Evening he
Right.
used to be there at his house. So,
Right.
uh, so I call him up. So I went
Right.
there. What's the problem? I said, my problem is this. And I said, this is something which I wanted to do. And he says, I have seen you on the stage. Because earlier I used to act in Konkani dramas, 3 act plays. So you were there on the stage. I said, yes. Now I thought, have you? I thought you have come here to do some drama. I said, no, no drama. Drama is a way of past now. I would like to do this, which is actually a passion for me
Right.
now.
Right.
He saw that I am eagerly actually raring to go.
Right.
He asked me 2 3 questions, and
Mm-hmm.
then he said, very good, I appreciate your concern for coming down to Goa, and I will help
Right.
you. And
Right.
he said, what have you got? I said, I gave him the letter. Instead of giving it an entry and all, he took it directly in my hand. He told his person there, इसको रजिस्ट्री करके लेके आओ. So registry
Right.
करके लेके हाँ, and then he put his himself, he put his stamp, he wrote on that letter. He said, he asked one of his officers, he said, take this boy in the car. He said, how have you
Right.
come? I said, I have come by my scooter, because those were the days when we used to move on a
Yeah.
scooter.
Yes.
So he said, you keep your scooter here, go with this person. He will take you in the car, go to the office of that corporation, and he said, take it to the MD, and you will get the needful done. So
Right.
imagine that one stroke, I
Right.
had highest respect for the gentleman, Mr. Pratap Singh Rani. I would
Right.
always be grateful to him. And I always, and from that day onwards, we developed a very good relationship. I mean, whatever way he may be, whatever party he may be, I am not in politics. I am not interested in politics. But I
Sure.
have my, regards for him. So he
Correct.
sent me that. And the moment he saw the letter where he had put his remarks, the MD instantly called me and he said, why did you go to the CM? I said, for me, I can go to the moon. For your people were making me run around, and I was wasted my
Go to the
time here.
moon.
Yeah. So he said, just sit down, sit down, sit down. I will do your work, but it will take some time. I have to go to the board. I will give you. So I will. Incidentally, the board meeting is in few days from now, and you will have to wait for a week. I will give you and all that. But ultimately, I got that place within a week. So that was the
Right.
greatness of it. Okay. The
Super.
second
Super.
aspect I would like to tell you, and which is
Yeah.
very very important for me, is that when
Right.
I had gone to a bank. Let me not name the bank. It was a nationalized bank, and the manager, would just dilly dally, running around here and other. So finally, I went to him. I said, "Am I getting the loan or am I not getting the loan?" Imagine those were the days of credit squeeze and all that thing. The interest
Right.
rates were very high, or as high as
Yeah.
15, 16%. And we are there to do some business, repay your interest. We are not here to beg something. I always had
Absolutely.
that attitude. Yeah, my
Right.
attitude was always there. So I
Right.
said, am I going to get that loan or not? You tell me.
Hmm.
So that he said, you get me the collateral. I said, I don't have anything to give you collateral. He said, ask your father to, give
Hmm.
his land or whatever. I said, please talk in a very nice way. I have not, I have been very, what I call professional to you, and I have
Yeah.
been very, you know, so
True.
you should also be in the similar manner. So,
Same. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So ultimately, just imagine. He asked me, if you can't give me the collateral, I don't think I'll be able to look at your loan proposal. I said, look,
Yeah.
I have gone through your RBI regulation. The night committee report tells me that there is no collateral required because I am a small scale. Those were days where no MSME was there. It was small scale. So I
Right.
am a small scale unit and my requirement is below the permissible limit. So I don't require any collateral. He said,
Hmm.
you are trying to teach me the banker's rules and all that thing. And he just flung the file out.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
yeah.
Oh.
So, I got, it's just like saying, Amitabh, aaj bhi feke hue paise nahi uthata, those type of things, I said, I will not lift that file. Okay. I want, you will give me that file. He said, go
Right.
out of this cabin. So I
Right.
walked out of his cabin. He said, do
Right.
what you want. You go to my chairman and complain to the chairman about me. I said, okay.
Right.
I didn't talk anything. I just walked out. I went to
Right.
my CA.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those were the days when we did not have, Xeroxing machines. We did
Right.
not have, those were the days there was no
Right.
copiers, no
No.
nothing like that.
No.
So
Right.
it was all to be typed again, such a big heap of papers.
Oh
So
my God.
the CA, got. He said, "What is this, Mr. Riker? But I know you must have some reasons for it. I will get these things typed for you again. Don't worry. We will go to,
Right.
yeah." So I went to local state cooperative bank and I
Mm-hmm.
asked them. They said, "Yes, we will give you. Don't worry. You come with your papers and all that thing, and within a week we'll process and we'll give you."
Mm-hmm.
That particular Sunday, same Sunday, this
Right.
must have happened on Tuesday or something. Same Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
I had gone for a very close friend's, we have the thread ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
friend's son's thread ceremony.
Right.
Yes, so when I was sitting there, he said, "अरे मुंह लटका के क्यों बैठा है?" Why you are
Right.
sitting like this? So I said, "अरे these things have happened and it's on my mind. So I'm little bit. Don't worry. Which bank is that?" I said, "So and so bank." "Oh, I see." And then he's told you to go to the chairman. He just, I had gone to his function quite early, so that
Right.
only we were there and his family was there, and the function had started, not had started.
Right.
He said, "Come, come, come. I will introduce you to the chairman." Huh? I
Right.
said, "Are you fooling?" "No, no." He said, "No, come." And he dragged me. His brother's brother-in-law had come
Yeah.
for that function, and he was the chairman of that bank.
Oh
Imagine, he
my
had come
God.
from Mumbai. See my.
Yeah.
So
Small world.
yeah. So I have a lot of such anecdotes, which if I write,
Right.
I think it will take you
Right.
all time. But then I'll finish it in a minute. So then I
Right.
went. He said he has something to tell you. So I went. He said, "What do you want to tell me?" So I told him exactly what is it. I said, "This is a function which I don't want to spoil the thing, but this has happened, and this is the thing which has happened. So we sip tea, and I told
Yeah.
him all these things." He said, "Hmm. Hmm. Let me see. Let me see."
Oh,
So I
right.
thought, he is going to be with his bank manager. Why he should be with me? So
Right.
I said,
Right.
okay. I don't think he will do anything. And he was that
Mm.
way, very stern guy. Like, okay.
Right.
So that function over. I went home. Sunday ho gaya, Monday ho gaya, Tuesday ho gaya. Wednesday, when I come home in the afternoon, my mother tells me, "Hey, what have you done? I told you not to go for loans and all that thing." That manager came, some manager came and he was asking your loan. You have ruined our house, must be. I said, "I have
Right.
not yet taken loan. So how can I ruin the house?" And
Mm.
no, I said, "This is nonsense. Let that person." He said he's coming back. So I said, "Let that person come. I have not
Mm.
done anything wrong." And she was pelt up because those were the times when people were pelt up. Even if a bank manager comes home, means it's something like a
Right,
policeman
right.
coming to your house. He-
Okay.
So by evening, that person comes up again, and I see the same bank manager, Bank of India. Now I told you the name, but then he comes there,
Right.
and so he comes there, and I said, "What the hell you come here, and why did you create some scene here?" He said, "No."
Yeah.
Then I came to know that he was nervous. So by nervousness, he was talking, and
Oh
my
my
mother was
God.
thinking that his voice was getting on the top and all that, his nervousness was making him. He said, "Why did you go to my chairman?" I said, "You told me to go to." I said, "If there is anything wrong in my project, then you should have
Right,
told me. You have not done
right,
that. On the
right.
contrary, you have flung my file." "No, no, no, I have not flung. This is the file, and I have clear that file has been cleared and all that thing. You please come and take." I said, "Now I don't want your loan." Because by that time I was getting the other bank was telling me that you take this loan. He says, "Please,
Okay.
please take my loan, and and Mataji, please tell your son, otherwise I will lose my job." These that. So, so these are two incidences, which
Right,
goes, because see, for me, one thing I said I had planned that no way I will give or take from
right.
anybody anything,
Hmm,
and
hmm.
I would have my own principles, and I would work
Right,
on the same principles.
right,
So
right,
luckily enough, I had to fight, of course, many ways, because government, when you deal with them, you have to be
right,
tough. You have to be. So I have been tough. It has been tough going for me, but
right.
because of
Super.
this, it did endear me to my
Right,
colleagues in my industrial estate, where I started
right.
my first industry in Korlim Industrial Estate. And there, incidentally, some incidents happened where
Hmm,
the field manager of a bank was creating
right,
problem for my colleagues there, means other industry people. I
right.
took up that matter uh, uh, suo moto, and I told them, "All of you come." I studied their case. I found some loopholes where that person was making these people's life misery. And one thing
Right.
I found out, from their passbooks, that there
Hmm,
was one entry of, which was made by that person of 35 passbooks on the same day.
right.
You can't hire a car for 35 times in a day and come to the industrial estate for, to, inspect. So I
Right.
took up I said, "How did you, debit the accounts, all of them?" And I caught him on the wrong foot there. And that's how, I got the bank to, fall in line and take away the guy from the this, and
Correct.
they, of course, put some other person who was good. But I always say that we should not default the bank, but at the same time,
Correct.
bank should not create problem for us. So
Correct.
these type of things
Absolutely.
when I did,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember, because of this incident, all those people joined hands together, and in my absence, they made me the president of that industrial estate. So that is
Right.
how my
Right.
journey for association
Journey
started. I had
started.
not
Okay.
planned it. I had not planned it. Okay, so that's how. And then slowly it went up and went up to the directly to the highest level of, where
Super.
I am. Yeah.
Super. What a fantastic and inspiring beginnings you've had, sir. It's and what a what amazing sharing you have done. So to all the young entrepreneurs who are listening, I mean, what a fantastic way sir has started. Uh, the fact that he has always been constructive, he's never wasted time in just doing small talk or things like that. He's just done things constructively, and he's been persevering. The fact the fact that he walked into the CM's office, he knew that he wanted to do this work. This was the plan that he had, and he wanted to do it, and he did it. So extremely inspiring, sir. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, everybody who's watching us, what amazing comments they have been giving. So truly, truly an inspiration for all. This would bring me to ask you, of course. This was how it all started for you, how it all began for you. But now, today, if you go into the present, what Mr. Manguirish Rai is doing is a fantastic thing. Mr. Manguirish Pai Raiker has started a farm school, a farm college, and that too, you started it of your own without anybody's support. So, want to know? I mean, you. I remember you sharing and you telling me that your father was into agriculture. So, was it because your father was into agriculture you wanted to go back out there, or you started it because whatever you started it, the farm college that you've started on your own land in your ancestral property with your own money is the need of the hour, which is a fantastic thing that you have done, a fantastic initiative which is so much more required. But would want to know how it all started for you, sir, and please give us insight of how it all began for you and what is it shaping it to.
I'll have to go back again, because it's a long, long story.
Right,
See, right from the time, I would say in somewhere in 1983, 84,
right,
somebody came to me and said that there is a boy who wants to study. Okay, and he has nobody to look after him. His mother, is, washes utensil and all, and somehow has made up to SSC level. But he would like to
okay,
study further. He was a very go-getter again, and I said I'll take him under my wings. I'll look after him. I'll look after his studies, and I arranged his stay with one philanthropist house, where they would also give him food in
okay,
Panji. Yeah, and then it went on. So that caught up my fancy, and I was invited to one Rotary Club function where
right,
I just made a talk, small talk, saying that
right,
if we have an additional child at home, do we throw him on the road or do we look after him? So they said,
look
yes,
after.
definitely we look after him. So why don't we consider that there is one destitute child who is there on the road who wants our help? One at a time. We will not take 10 or 15 and we don't spend much money. Just one at a
Right,
time. Look after his studies, whatever, as if he is our own child. And then, you may not keep him in your house, but you can look after his studies, whatever that he requires, his books, his
right,
uniforms, his whatever that he requires, some tuition if he requires to supplement, whatever. So it caught on like anything. Today there are many people who look who are and I have been looking after one for a long period. So it happened, then it came to my mind, looking at one child is good enough, but if I
sorry,
can look at several, how do I look
right,
at several? And it's very
right,
difficult to keep a tag on all these students, what they are doing, what
correct,
whether they are really studying, whether they are not, and to look at their well-being also by keeping in touch with their faculties, their principal, which I used to do, and I asked
right,
others also. So then it came to my mind that what if I start at school or college by my own, and then it came to I was always discussing with my friends that there is
right,
no agriculture sort of school or college in the state of Goa. Our
right,
people have to go out of state. Okay, they have to go out of state to study. They have to go, find some ways to get admission here and there. So what if we give them an opportunity? I
right,
went to several philanthropists. I went to several big wigs who always gave me a very loud, support. But they said, as far as money is concerned, forget it. And that too for agriculture college, no, because they were interested. You start a commerce college or an MBA. I mean, there I said there are several of them. He said no. What was their contention was you start those colleges and start minting money because from the next day you start getting money, right? In agriculture there is
right,
no money. On the top
no
of it
man,
you have to spend money. Okay.
Correct.
And
Right.
yeah, so I felt very awkward at that stage. And then ultimately, I had a talk with my wife, and thankfully she supported my cause. She said, "Together we will do whatever we have. We'll put it in the kitty and let's start. And
Super.
let some people come forward if they come, if they can
Sorry.
supplement us. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can supplement. There'll be a lot of support coming up later. Let's see."
Right.
So we wanted to start right from the school level, that is
Hmm.
11th and 12th, so that the basics are prepared for.
Right.
But unfortunately, there was no agriculture education in the state of Goa, so we had to start from the scratch, from preparing the syllabus. Now, how to prepare syllabus? It's not a
Right.
simple thing. So I went to the board chairman, and luckily, my name precedes now, because I'm, when you are known in the circles
Right.
that this guy is a fighter, he will come, and if he wants to get it done, then he'll get it done somehow. you know.
Right.
So I went to the board chairman. Board chairman was more than helpful. The board secretary was helpful. They said that we will be helpful to you, but our hands are tied up because we don't have any experts in this field. You have to help
Right.
us out. So I went around scouting. In fact, I met one classmate of mine who had gone to agriculture, Mr. Pradeep Lotlekar, my friend, who
Right.
was there as an agriculture graduate himself, and
Okay.
from the
Right.
laboring institute long back. I mean, he
Right.
helped. He joined me. Then together we went to an ex-dean of
Right.
Balasaheb Sawant Konkan Krishi Vidyapit. He is a retired guy, but he has some links in
Right.
Goa because his wife was from Goa. So we went to him,
Mm.
we met him, we put across our thing to him. He was so happy that there is something like this is happening in Goa. He said, "My full-hearted support to you. I will also join hands," because he was an old man now by now. So
Right.
he said, "I
Right.
will personally try to come whenever possible, but I will give you good people also," because naturally he knew a lot of people in the field,
Mm.
being a dean and director of that institute. He had the contacts.
Right.
So with his help, we got the names, we got the people, and he phoned them personally, so they all accepted. I took the list to the chairman, who got it approved in his senate and all that thing. We got the board of studies form,
Right.
the syllabus form. Luckily for me, by that time I had reached Delhi in the organization. So there I met one Dr. Mehrotra, who happens to be
Mm-hmm.
the director, all India director of vocational studies. So,
Okay. Okay.
and luckily for me, his doctorate is in horticulture. So, for me,
Look at
everywhere,
that.
it's like, a blind man
Yes.
asking one, and I got two. He said, "I'm so happy that somebody is doing something for the agriculture."
Yes.
He said, "I
Right.
will come down to Goa. हम गोवा में एक
Right.
कार्यशाला ले लेंगे, and we will
Excellent.
make this syllabus a compact syllabus so that it is applicable all India." Just imagine
Right. Right.
my
Super.
euphoria once this happened. And
Yes, I can
he
imagine.
he he came down. We had a
Right.
workshop. In fact, he stayed in Goa for 4 days, and all 4 days, imagine, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6:30 in the evening, he would, then he would come up. He came to my place in Savoi Verem. He said where you are going to start and all that. He gave me inputs, what I need to do, how I need to set up,
Right. Right.
how I need to put up the laboratory, how I need to do. So I got a lot of encouragement in this segment, and
Right.
he all yeah, and since he came, the board and all got galvanized, because just
Right.
imagine the all India
Right.
director himself coming up. Yeah.
Right.
And then the board took it up in their academic council, approved it, senate approved it, and then it was then I put up my papers saying that I would like to start in my premises, because
Right.
I had ready-made my ancestral premises, which because since
Right.
we were not saying that, we said entire thing we will utilize for my for this institute. So my my family members readily agreed that we use it for
Mm.
the purpose. And since it was built by my grandfather, let's name it
Right.
in the name of my grandfather Ramnath Krishna Pai Raiker School of Agriculture. Why School
Right.
of Agriculture? We thought that we will start it the American way. School of
Okay.
Agriculture could be for colleges also. You know?
Right.
So likewise we started 11th in the year 2013 without
Right.
any funfair, because there was no point in doing it. We
Mhm.
established two poly houses, one for horticulture, one for floriculture, nursery, agriculture lab, equipments, implements, all that is required. Somehow we source. There were some good-hearted people also who volunteered to give something, some
Right.
lab equipments or some implants or some equipment, something like that,
Correct. Correct.
and
Right.
we
Right.
went ahead and we established this 11th, and then next year it was 12th. And we had to give vertical
Right.
mobility to our children. So
Mhm.
and since our Goa University did not have the agriculture education,
Correct.
so
Correct.
and imagine the government has so far not supported our cause. And we also do not charge tuition fee from the 11th and 12th students. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
till today we don't do it. Yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
I don't know why, but they always, the bureaucrats always found some lacuna to say no. They
Right.
they they thought that they are doing a great service to the state. But I would like to
Right.
say this, and I say it very openly, that they are
Mm.
ruining the cause for Goa. Okay, there is a available institute which gives
Mhm.
education and takes care of the students in this. But
Right.
the board has approved me. Board has approved. The government has approved without financial liabilities. And
Right.
yeah, and this is something which is really uh, taking a backseat for me. But anyway, God is kind to me. Whatever I get, I put it here, and it's working so far, so good. So
It's
that's one. And I also got good staff who are
right.
from the local areas. Who one of them is a gold medalist from that same university,
Right.
KKV.
Mm.
Likewise, we have got good people who are dedicated people who are really,
Right.
uh, you know. Secondly, then what happened was I got an NOC from the government to go to the neighboring state,
Mhm.
and neighboring state, the same KKV institute, they approved,
Mm.
Maharashtra government approved my whatever that I had facilities. They said this is good
Mm.
enough that you can start. And the
Mhm.
moment I was about to start, 2 3 months were there. So that time, I had a chance meeting with the vice chancellor. That time, that vice chancellor, then
Mhm.
vice chancellor, who
Mhm.
told me, "Why don't you come to Goa University?" I said, "You don't have anything, and I'll have to do everything on my own, which is a very
Right.
impossible task." I said. He said,
Right.
"Don't worry, me and my registrar will help you. If you want to come to Goa University, let's start, and let's you help us by giving some names who would be on our board of studies, so that we have a syllabus in place, and we start."
Mm.
So I said, instead of going to the neighboring state, this would be easier for us, no? Because
Right.
finally
Right.
the exams have to be conducted, and there is a lot of expenditure involved. So
Mm.
then I put a condition that I will not go for a regular college. I will go for a community college. There is a difference
Oh,
between community college and a regular college. Community college, you
yes.
don't have all those liabilities, of a
Right.
principal, of a regular staff. You can get staff
Mhm.
on lecture basis. Okay, so
Basis.
that is, yeah, that saves your cost and all other thing. So they
Right.
agreed to it, and
Mm.
in 3 months' time, my people, whom I consider my close friends, they sat through the night burning the midnight oil, and we got the syllabus done, especially for
Wow.
first year and second year. Yeah, So first
Right.
year,
Right.
and it's such a play thing, that if you complete 1 year and you have to
Mm.
leave because you don't have money or something like that, or there is some difficulty, you don't lose
Right.
anything. You get a diploma,
Right. Right.
and then you can restart from the place where you have joined.
Right.
Okay, and yeah, so that was one part of it. Then
Right.
second, you do 2 years, then
Right.
you can get an advanced diploma.
Correct.
It's like, so you don't lose out on anything. Okay,
Right.
so we
Right.
did, yeah, we did start this college also.
Right.
Then recent as we see there are a lot of people who come and join our institute asking that we would do this, and we started doing
Yeah.
some short term courses, okay, like kitchen
Right.
garden and all that thing, and
Right. Right.
it went on. So to I got a NGO which came to
Right.
me. They said that why don't we start something where we give back to the
Right.
society by training
Mm.
the young youths and make
Right.
them stand on their own feet. In fact, I
Right.
said, if you have seen my vision and mission
Right.
of my institute, it clearly says that a farmer has to have a gainful, sort of a employment for himself first.
Right.
Because
Right.
why
Right.
should farmers' children not go to good schools? Why should farmers'
Absolutely.
family not enjoy a better life?
Absolutely.
Why should
True.
the farmer only suffer the vagaries and not live in a peaceful environment or a atmosphere?
Right.
So
Right.
this is something which and the second part is you may have a lot of money. Can you eat that money? Or if you have a lot of oil wells, can you drink oil? So it's finally,
Right.
3 times the day you need that food, and who gets you that food?
Mm.
That farmer who toils in the field, and he why
Yes.
has he to suffer when he is feeding and imagine 1.35 billion people are fed
Right.
well, and that is the reason why today India can go on the development and growth path. If it was not, just imagine, like in 1970s when we had to import wheat. And what wheat? We used to get that red wheat which was given to pigs. It was being sent to India. Those were the
Right.
days, and these are the days today when we are
Right.
almost number one in the production of food production. So we need to keep up the growth. We need to keep up with this. And today, especially our state, which gets
Right.
most of the things coming from outside, why can't we become Atmanirbhar? Why can't we become
Right.
our own self-sufficient person? And
Yes.
that is
Yes,
the
sir.
reason why, yeah, we want our youths to take up this cause. And I
Right.
said, let us help them, train them, handhold them, give them the monetary support through the banking channels, help them to source, procure the funds as well as
Right.
whatever that is required. And secondly, the farmer to get the better price, because now with the new laws which the government has come up with, they can sell it anywhere. They have got a freedom
Right.
to sell, and that is the
Right.
reason why the our see in the pandemic that we are going through, we found
Mm.
that what was important to us is food, because
Food.
during the
Yeah.
lockdown,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Mm.
during the lockdown everybody was keen, अरे कल का खाना कहाँ से आएगा, and
Correct.
now everybody wants everything to be delivered at the door. So we
Yes.
can prepare our children to go to the
Mm.
farms, collect the
Yeah.
thing, pay the farmer, he will also
Yeah.
get the good rate, come
Great.
back
Yeah.
and sell it in the market, whether in the same
Right.
village or in the neighboring village or in the neighboring town, and they also make a living. So
Absolutely.
we started with this Samarth Bharat Abhiyan,
Trust.
where
Yes.
yeah, we have a kiosk made,
Mm.
sort of, and that kiosk, either he can have a standalone kiosk, or
Right.
those small vehicles which he can
Mm.
carry the goods from one place to
Right.
another. Now
Another. Yeah.
yeah, so it need not be only the horticulture, only the vegetables. It can be vegetable, fruits, flowers, and then poultry, your
Right.
eggs. then poultry product, dairy product,
Right.
pisciculture.
Right.
All these things can go simultaneously in that vehicle
Right.
in different compartments, by compartment wise. And then,
Right.
simultaneously he can also keep ready-made goods along with him because of daily needs, like for example tea powder or soap or toothpaste,
Right.
which people generally would just buy off the cuff. So
Right.
if you can reach out to the people today, people will welcome you. You don't need to
Right.
wait for Amazon and Flipkart to order online.
True.
You can be an online supplier. Okay, so
Yes.
this is
Yes.
something which we are trying to build up,
Right.
and which we are trying to motivate the new young generation to come up. And
Right.
this the investment is not much. They can definitely source it through Mudra Finance, or there are several aspects today, several
Yes.
methods today, and government is forthcoming more than one way to help you out.
Right. Wow. This was something which is so awesome, sir, that you have done. And as Better India and Navbharat Times have covered you, and they've said that, agripreneurship development is what the program which is designed, especially for the youth. And
Yes.
it has created more than 130
So
agripreneurs
far,
till
so
date.
far, yes.
Yes, till date. So, which is fantastic. And from that 130, how many more, will be, so much more will be generated. And that's what we are looking at. And it all began only in August. This is something which
True.
is fantastic for the for the near future. And an announcement that the next workshop, which is going to be held on 11th October, it's from 9:30 a.m. to
Tomorrow.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes, that's tomorrow at the college
Hmm.
itself. So all those people who are interested,
RCPR
do
College.
contact. Yes, at the RCPR College. Please to contact, please to connect. This is something which is really the need of the hour. It is making everyone independent, self-sufficient. And I think which is so, so, so very important today, especially post the pandemic. We've all seen the lockdown and all what we went through. So, sir, absolutely salute you. What a
No, no, no.
fantastic initiative that you
I,
started off with, and you've already got 130 agripreneurs out there. So awesome. Really, really looking forward to lots more. And I'm sure with a whole lot more of collaborations which will come forward, lots more will be happening in the near future. So we're really looking forward to that. So, sir, it's amazing. I can't believe it that we are way above our time, and I didn't realize the time flew by. This happens every Saturday when I have a guest from Goa.
in
So,
in Go,
so
in Goa,
yeah,
can I take a minute? In Goa, we have
yeah,
something
yeah,
called
yeah,
as
yeah, yes, of
Balkawa
course,
Velu
of course,
Gadali.
of course.
So this is sort of a Balkawa Velu Gadali. So Balkaw is a place where people sit and chat and gossip and talk and exchange views, and it's very well known, in yesteryears. So you are
Right.
also, you have been to witness that. So let's take it forward. Yeah. And really thankful to you for this platform. I could reach out to people. I'm really
Not
grateful
at
to
all.
you and Harshvardhan Vatkuri for giving me this opportunity. And
Yes, sir.
for anything and everything, I am at your beck and call. I'm sure
Yes, sir.
if we
Yes.
together can do something for the
Absolutely.
good of the
Absolutely.
society, to reach out to the society, to make their life beautiful, our job is done.
Yes.
See the
I'd
smile on the
like
face.
to. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I'd really like to join my hands and thank you. I've already saluted you, and I really want to thank you once
Thank you.
again, sir, for this fantastic initiative that you started of creating agripreneurs, which is so awesome, and for coming on my talk show and spending and giving us so much of your time. And what wonderful knowledge sharing that has happened today, and what wonderful insights we've got to know. So it has been absolutely an amazing tete-a-tete session today. And I'd really like to thank
Great.
Harshvardhan and his beautiful wife, Urvaja, for this wonderful
Gulcha.
collaboration that we have with Business Goa. And every Saturday we get to see such amazing, wonderful entrepreneurs from Goa who are awesome people, philanthropists, and they are doing so many new things. So it's been great. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. We'd like to thank all the viewers who've been with us. Thank you so much for being with us and supporting Tete Tete, my talk series all the time. I'd like to urge each and every one of you all to please go to my YouTube channel and to please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And yes, sir is very much available on LinkedIn. So if you have to get in touch with him by his name, he's there on LinkedIn. So please do get in touch with him. As his name says, Manguirish Pai Raiker. So please do get in touch with him. You will get to know about the wonderful college that he has started, the farm college which he has started absolutely of his own without anybody's support. So we are going to support you, sir, and I'm sure a whole lot of people who will get to know more about it are going to support you. And a lot of students are going to come up because the upcoming generation, the youth, they are really somebody who want to stay in a safe world. They want to make this planet environment friendly, eco friendly, and they want to look after their environment. So, what better way than becoming an agripreneur? So, we are all there for you, sir. And
That's
on
true.
that note, yeah. On that note, we'd like to say, sir, we'll say bye bye to all our viewers. We've had a whole lot of viewers joining us, and
We was
Sangeeta Kamath also joined us today. Yeah. Thank you, all of you all, for joining us. It's been great that you all have been here. And before we go, as I always say, stay safe and be positive. We heard from
in,
Sir itself
that's
that
true.
how being positive and being persevering got him to where and how he started it all. And today, look at where he is. What an inspiration Sir is to all of us. That's none other than Manguirish
Thank you.
Pai Raiker. So great to have this
Thank you.
tete-a-tete with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And on that note,
Thank
I'd
you.
like to say one more
Thank
thing,
you.
which I say it's on in every session. If to all the viewers, if anything is bothering you, is troubling you, and you don't, please do not keep it within yourself. Don't keep it bottled up within yourself.
Yeah.
Find a friend who you trust, or a family member, or your inner circle, and please talk it out with them. You never know the problem that you're facing. Somebody else may be facing the same problem, and you can help them out with it too. So, on that note, have a great weekend, guys. And today being a special day, as I said, 10/10/2020, have a great weekend. And yes, we are looking for the best because we are all going to be positive and we are going to move forward together. Goodbye and have a great
Thank you.
day, a great evening ahead,
Great
and
day.
a fantastic weekend. And God bless each and every one of you. Bye bye, and thank you so once again.
Thank you. Thank you.